Hello everyone, Mr. D here. Sorry again I'm not with you, but I will see you on Thursday. Remember, tomorrow there's no school. Now, you're going to need your math journal again. Please take it out and have it ready. If you're not ready, please pause the video. Today we're going to be working on prime and composite numbers. So these are two vocabulary words that you're going to need to know. In our math journal, let's go ahead and write prime A prime number is a number that only has two factors. For example, if you try to make a factor rainbow of 7, you're going to notice it only has 1 and 7. Let's think about the number 11. Again, there's only the factors of 1 and 11. Now, let's think about composite. Go ahead and write composite. Make sure you spell it correctly because I spelled it correctly. A composite number has 3 factors or more. Think of a problem that we did yesterday. Think of some factor pairs. I'm thinking of the number 20. I remember 1 times 20 equals 20. 2 times 10 equals 20. 4 times 5 equals 20. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 factors. Therefore, the number 20 is composite. 7, on the other hand, is a prime number because there's only 2 factors, 1 and 7. So, this means we need to go ahead and look and make factor rainbows. Sometimes it's easy because you already know. Sometimes you're going to want to say it's a prime number, but you're going to get it wrong. So what I need for you to do is think of the numbers 1 through 10 and take your time. The cool thing about this is if you see a number on one problem, it's going to always be prime. If you see it being composite, it will always be composite. So just remember that. Now, some of the problems on the bottom are homework. Actually, the first 2 on the next page. So your job today is to do numbers 1 through 5. And I'll help you with 1 and 2. So, number 1 says, which of the following numbers are composite numbers? So they want me to say which ones are composite. So that means I either need to say, is it prime or is it composite? Okay. Take a look at the number 3. If you can, actually, we really need to use our math journal. So we actually already figured out from the other page that 3 is a prime number. If you do a quick factor rainbow, you'll notice that it's only 1 and 3. So 3 is prime. Put the letter P next to it. Let's take a look at the number 8. Now, you probably already know this off the top of your head, but let's just try it anyway. Go ahead and make a factor rainbow of 8. We have 1 and 8, 2, and 4. Now, because we already have 3 or more, we can go ahead and stop, and we know that it is composite. That's what they want us to figure out. If they wanted us to figure out that it was prime, we would need to go through 1 through 9, and you're going to find out why. Take a look at letter C, 15. Some of you are already saying, I already know it's composite. Just for good measure, let's go ahead and check. Go ahead and write 15. Make your factor rainbow. We always start with 1 and the number. Now, go through the list. 2, no, because 5 is an odd number and 2 does not skip count to 5. 3, oh, I know 3 times 5 equals 15. So, I already know that 15 is composite. That's a good choice. Let's keep going. Letter D, 17. So, let's put 17 up. Start with 1 and start with 17. Let's go through the numbers 1 through 9. 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. No, does not work. 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Doesn't work either. Let's try 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Another 4 would be 20. If I skip count by 5, it always has to end in a 0 or 5, and this does not. If I try 6, 6 times 3 is 18. That doesn't work either. Let's try 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. And I actually accidentally forgot 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. So I went through 1 through 9. I know that the only factors are 1 and 17. Okay, what's that called? Yeah, it's a prime number. How sad. Now look at 18. I already know 9 times 2 equals 18. That's a definite yes. And I know 7 times 3 equals 21. That's a definite yes. When you're looking for composite numbers, all you need is another factor pair besides one in the same number. Here's where it gets tricky. I want you to look at number 2. Now, I'm only going to do letter F with you. Go ahead and take a look at letter F. Most kids would look at 27, and they would say that 27 is a prime number. But here's what I need for you to do. If you haven't already done the number 27 as a factor rainbow, you need to make a new one. So let's take a look. We're going to put 27 in our journal. We're going to put 1 and 27. Let's go through the numbers. 2. Well, 7 is odd. 2 will not work. Let's try 3. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. Oh, it worked. Let's try 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. So unfortunately, that won't work out either. Let's try 5. Again, does not end in a 0 or a 5, so 5 will not work. Let's try 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. That won't work either. Let's try 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 4 is 28. Oh man, 7 won't work either. Let's try 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, we already have 9 here, so we can stop. Now, the funny thing is, we already have 4 factors here. So we know 27 is composite. But most kids looking at this problem would just think that 27 is prime when it's really composite. It's important to make a factor rainbow for each of these, unless you can see a number and you obviously know it's composite. For example, the number 20. Well, I know there's 2 times 10. So 20 therefore has to be what? Prime or composite? Yeah, it's composite. That's a bad answer too. We obviously know that 12 has 2 times 6 or 3 times 4. So we could call 12 composite too. Oops. Why did I do that? That was not a good choice. This is the bad choice because we're looking for prime numbers. So, any number you obviously know is composite, you can do that. But for numbers like 5, 13, and 19, you're going to have to figure it out. Here's what I'd like for you to do. I want you to figure out if 5, 13, and 19 are prime. Go through the numbers 1 through 9 to figure it out. Pause the video and click play once you figured it out. So, did you figure out that 5, 13, and 19 are prime? If you did, good for you. If you did not, then you probably added. Go back and check to make sure that you found out that they were prime numbers. Your job is to figure out problems 3, 4, and 5. The back is your homework. Go ahead and keep working.